Uh-huh. Okie doke. That took a sec, but okie doke. The title might be a little jape, but that's fine. We run with it. Hello. Yeah, so started a little late. I I was I was doing a couple things. I was mainly getting a drink first. Gotta stay hydrated when using the brain or something. That's kind of the it's kind of why I was a little late. Brain thonk. It is brain thonk hours. It is that time. Why is this like this? I really ought to reorganize these scenes a little bit. Maybe I reorganize them in the order in which I use them. So like you should be up here. You know? Actually, maybe this should even be above that one too. Ooh, big brain idea. And you put that one there, and then you put this one here because it's more likely that we use that. And I don't know what the fuck these are, but that's fine. Anyway, enough messing around with OBS stuff. It is a modding stream today. Yes. So I should start a. I should do the usual where we get some of this going. And I kind of give you the rundown of what we're gonna do. I have some chores today, but I'll be listening. My goodness, excuse me. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I don't need that there. Just like copy this whole thing over here. Okay. So, these are still a thing. The other things from last time, those updates aren't a thing because they are done or whatever. We still have to worry about this, but I'm pretty sure I know how to fix that. There might be one small, tiny caveat that I may do a little thing about. I don't know. We will deal. And this is all a thing that I might do later. Okay, so let's quickly review what do we have done. This little thing is done. Fixed up the config a little bit. The sound variation, mix-ins, and that shield toggle. This was the main thing we did last time. Really having that shield toggle work nice and seamlessly. Now we're doing armor stuff. So I want to do this, and I want to do this. I also want to do this. So what this is that if I enter an empty armor distribution in the config should accept it and then just like make it empty. There is like some small niche situations where maybe you want to, instead of have it be defined a default distribution, you want to specifically give it an empty distribution. You could argue that shields should have the same thing, where I should be able to define an empty shield distribution for shields, but I find that to be more niche than necessary, and so it's going to be armor only. Shields must require a distribution that is non-empty. Because if you want an empty shield distribution, I don't know what to tell you. If you want empty shield distribution, that's not the default. I don't know what to tell you. But if you want empty armor distribution, that's not the default. Okay, fine. This is actually pretty easy. In fact, I was doing it this morning. It should be, let's not do whatever I just did. Uh, yeah, so I think I have it done here because I made a special distribution reader for armor distributions and then just checked if we're matching an empty one, and if we are, then just return an empty armor distribution. Otherwise, do basically what I was doing before. This should work. This should be easy. I'm gonna just quickly test that. And then I want to do this. This should be not that bad. We could probably just use an enum to define the different ways it should parse armor distributions, which I think is probably the way to go. And then have a relative armor tooltip thing. So these three are the goals, right? And then we can do some more armor verification and make sure it's working correctly. And then we can add a toggle for it. And then we can add this. And then after all of that, that's what I'm going to release a 1.7 alpha build, which will, this 1.7 alpha build should be enough for RLCraft to kind of release an alpha build with DDD and get some feedback. And then we can work on a couple of other things all the way up to about here, and that's when I'll probably release a full 1.7. And that's probably what will make it into RLCraft. This stuff is things that I don't know if they are a thing that I need to actually work at, or whether this is things that I just don't need to work on, or just close or whatever. And yeah. So this is all 1.7 stuff. And then this is all stuff before 1. This is all alpha stuff. Including this too. So, one thing I do need to do is I need to see my Gradle tasks. I need you to build. And while that's actually going, I realize I need to actually open up CurseForge so that I can debug. There we go. Build it, my guy. No, don't save. Don't save. No one cares. And then, let's see, go here, here, all the way down to here, 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 and then here. I'm actually going to, in the config, I'm gonna set the gold chest plate, maybe. Probably set the gold chest plate to have no armor distribution so that I can verify. That's for mobs, that's for that. Is this, yeah, this is armor resistance. Okay. Set the gold chest plate, just remove everything like this. Just set it to that. Right? Boom. Bingo bango. You're still building, dude? What are you doing? And CurseForge, what are you doing? Taking your sweet time. Okay, open up this. Open the folder for this. Okay, and now we go over here. Wait, this is the same folder. I was already here. Dang it. Dude, it's one of those days. It is one of those days. Okay, uh, yeah, I have to go into this folder for this because everything's weird. Okay, yep. Yep. Okay, so now if I take remove this one. What part of remove do you not understand? I move that there. And then do this. Okie doke. This is hopefully going to be easier than I expect. I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe this actually isn't going to be as hard as I anticipated, which is good. If it's easier, then I don't have to worry about nonsense. So I don't need to worry about it taking forever. Are you done? Oh wait, yeah, you are done. Yeah, that's right. Dude, I clicked the button for you to launch the freaking game. Oh, there is a Minecraft already running. You're right. Let me just check my taskbar to find it. Oh, wait, it's not there. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be waiting for 9,000 years for it to show up. That's crazy. Or it'll show up now. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's right. There's been a weird issue with Minecraft recently. Like their realms servers are like not working. Like just across the board. They've been broken. Yeah, it's still broken. It's insane. Let's see. Why am I just staring at this, dude? Just like load the game. It might. I think it should still work, right? If not, I'm gonna be pissed. Because then how am I supposed to test it if it's gonna? Okay, we're good. It affected. I think it primarily affected Bedrock Edition, but it also has affected Java Edition because obviously realms are crossplay, right? But like it has bled into a couple other problems. I think with like Java Edition even being able to freaking launch or something. I don't fully know the whole story. I'm not actually like don't take that as gospel because I'm not actually sure. But it seems to be attempting to start, which is good. Why are you slow as balls, dude? It might be affected by the Mojang thing. That is a tragic downside of this method of debugging is that I have to actually load a client instead of just hook it to the debugger. I mean, even then, even still, hooking it up to the debugger, it still basically does the same thing. So, in theory, the same kind of problems might persist, but maybe they'd be less severe. I don't know. What the heck? Whoa. You complained about something. Oh, it's just not DDD. Gotcha. Let's see. No, what do you mean it's not? What do you mean gold chestplate isn't a valid entry? Dude, I said it should be fine. Oh, I think I know what I did. Yeah, I think I know what happened here. I don't need that. Where's my armor distribution? Armor distribution? I don't need the armor distribution. I don't need the mix and loader either. I don't need this. I don't need that. 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 Or that. Or that one. Can I get to where the freaking thing is? Hold on. We're getting there. Lots of other things that I should probably close. I think I had already closed it. That's fascinating. Um, what am I looking for? Oh, yes. I'm looking for this fancy thing called this thing. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see the problem. All right. Well, so I set up the configurator and everything to work, but I didn't actually use them. Good for me. Let's let's do that. And I'm also going to quickly. I'm gonna quickly go all the way down here. That's for Tetra. That's for Lycanites. That's for Tinkers. There we go. Let's remove the armor distribution for like paper, for example. I also want to verify that that one works, because that should also work. This needs to be a DDD armor distribution. I can spell, I promise. Configurator. Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that what you're called? Armor distribution configurator. DD armor distribution configurator. Did I spell it wrong? I did! Okay, now there's a different issue. DD armor distribution configurator. Oh wait, now I just need to import it. We got there. Okay, so now I still need that. I still need that. I still need that. But I don't need this anymore since it's implied. Or do I not need... I don't think I need that either. Yep. Okie doke. We're good. All right, so now we're also going to go, just because I want to, it would make sense to apply it wholesale. So we're going to go here, and we're going to set this one. Since this also uses this, we're going to armor distribution configurator. I spelled it wrong. No, I didn't. I'm awesome. All right. Rebuild. Reconstruct. Never save. Oh yeah, and it builds faster, that's right. I was worried that it would take a long time. And it's not. Alright. Relaunch. Go! And you take less time. Yes, it's just that first time that's slow. Alright, so now DDD should not complain. If DDD complains, I'm going back to bed. Okay, so armor distribution is loaded. Perfect. Con arm compat loaded. Alright, dude. And it didn't complain. It didn't complain. I'm even gonna double check because I can go to here, I can go to the config for this, and I think it's under development tools. Show config errors on join. Let's have that. That's important. New testy. Alright. Where's my obs? Why am I on fire? Oh yeah, that's right, you're still here. Well, not that you're still here, you're now here. Oh wait, wait. Hold on. Can you not? Okay, so now this doesn't have any armor effectiveness listed, which is exactly what we want. Now, I would prefer it to say none here, instead of just say nothing. Like, if nothing, say none. You know? Same with shield distributions, I suppose. Where's my example stick? Yes, my example stick. Alright. So it works, and in theory, it should provide no protection. So even though it says I have 5 armor points, if Mr. Skelly here does a little something, I should still take full damage. Oh, final damage after resistance and immunities is 2.58. Does that have anything to do with this? Default armor distribution, no effectiveness. DDD calculate damage will go right through the armor. This is for undefined things. Uh-huh. Shoot me again, buddy. 3.52. If I take this off, that goes through raw. Okay. Uh-huh. No, dude, don't, like... Oh, it has to be, like, a stone. Okay, so do it again. Come on. That does 4. Okay, so now let's. This has no piercing effectiveness on it at all. So this has no piercing effectiveness. This has no effectiveness. And then let's do slash give iron blah, 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 blah. This has 70 piercing effectiveness, which is not bad. I don't think I have any armor with 100 piercing effectiveness. Actually, it might be diamond. Yes, it does have 100 piercing effectiveness. Okay. So I can test some of these things. So I should still take full damage here. But I'm not. I'm taking 3.52, which is the same as this. But it's not... Hold on. Data will log the final amount of damage being dealt after all the calculations. Hurt info? It will log the armor bonuses the entity get as a result of armor distributions along with the current damage. Okay, that's enabled in chat. So now it should you should do attack damage, attack damage. Okay, there's something up with the armor here that's not working. But a bit new that it's not really working. Because it should be logging the armor effectiveness, but it's not. And that's probably because something don't work. That's fine. Okay. What matters is the armor effectiveness, it accepts it. And I can also check that the paper plates, which aren't here, because this doesn't have con arm in it, does it? No, it doesn't. Alright, but it loaded that without an issue. Which is exactly what we wanted. Okay. Yeah, and these tooltips still work. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Let's just quickly add Construct's Armory, so I've got that. Okay, but what matters is it works, basically. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna quickly. Actually, I'm curious. This might be really easy. Where's the mob damage distribution formatter? Can this return a... No, 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 not the mob damage, because mob damage has to be there. Mob resistances. No resist. Right. Yep, yep. So this should be as simple as... If cap dot get categories dot is empty, return the no resists thing. There's a translator for it. Oh, tooltips. Translations dot... No, no, no. This translations. Not this other Scala nonsense. Get rid of this. This nonsense. Dot instance dot get translator tooltips. Dot get component. Translator dot get component. I might not do that. Hmm. I Dude, you're cringe. You're just gonna get banned. You're just gonna get banned, dude. I don't know, dude. Ban this person. Yeah. Cringe. Alright. I wanna kind of. Where did I even put this? I put it here. I might keep that for now. Why are you compiling? Think about this here still boggles my mind. It really does. Right, because this need to be keys, yeah. And the keys root. Why is Eclipse not responding, bro? Is keys. Okay, so that should be the same. I kind of want to... kind of want to remove a lot of these magic strings that are here, because it's kind of jank. Now, again, that's tooltips. And then we do this, which is tooltips. Okay, so it's the same. I also kind of feel like it might be a good idea to remove... We're just gonna organize things a little bit. Commands, root. That way it's all like in the same spot. I don't know, does this make sense? Oh, it's invalid type lowercase t. Okay. Because everything else is dealt with. Yeah. I did that, and then there's this one, which is the same thing. But tooltip search. Okay. Okay, that's good. I don't like the fact that this is now using the same thing. I might make it protected up here. Is it a string? No, it's an itext component. Uh, get component with style. Tooltip const. No, what are you doing? Dot. I need to add it. Is that what it is? No, it's right. It's all lowercase. I should. What did you do, dude? All right. Well, whatever. No resists. The style is. And now I don't need this anymore. None text. What is this? ACTF. None text. Okay. I moved that over there. Now I can use it here. Now, how do you do it? You immutable list. Yeah, yeah. Return optional dot of immutable list. Fine, be like that. Dot of ACTF. No, dude, let me do it. Whatever. Be like that. Dot none text. Oh wait. Dot get formatted text. Heck yeah. All right. So if the category is empty, then it's gonna do this. Everything seems legit so far. That should add that little none text thing there. So let's check that. Might as well. Fine, I'll save this thing. Whatever, dude. It should be down here now, right? To do.text. Where's my git ignore? Where's my git ignore, dude? Okay, it's not here. That's interesting. Whatever, we'll add to do.txt to the git ignore. Cause why not? Okay. Build libs go here, and then delete this thing, and then drag this over here. And then go. We'll have to fix the armor calculation stuff for sure, because it's definitely not working, but that's fine. Weebit knew that it wasn't working. What do you mean it crashed? Why'd it crash? Caught exception, no class def found error. What? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. I didn't even touch anything related to that. I didn't touch that, dude. I didn't touch that. Why is that breaking? Okay, don't load Craft Tweaker then. If Craft Tweaker isn't gonna load, then don't load it. But it's gonna complain about Content Tweaker as well. You're joking. No, it worked fine. How? Oh yeah. See, now it can't load that because Content Tweaker can't run because we don't have Craft Tweaker. I don't know why we don't have Craft Tweaker, because that's dumb as heck. Okay, so it's not my mod. Okay, let's try it. Let's try loading it one more time. Because there's no way. Why is Craft Tweaker all of a sudden just not working with this? It shouldn't work, dude. Work. Come on, you got this. Why? I didn't do anything. I'm so freaking confused, dude. Huh? I I think I deleted something I wasn't supposed to. That might explain it. Let me double check. Did I delete something I wasn't supposed to? Because if I did, that would make sense. No, I didn't. What the heck? Alright, update the Craft Tweaker thing here. Update it. Okay, this should work now, right? Because it should. There's no reason it shouldn't work. I'm gonna reload the launcher too. That's so weird. Yes, yes, terminate the existing thing. Go ahead. There's no way this breaks for this reason. Dude, there's no way. Okay, dude, I don't understand why. But it's working. It's working. I still don't. I'm still baffled. Yeah, it is enabled. That's weird. Let's double check. We got Craft Rigger here? We do have Craft Rigger here. Yeah, okay. My stick should still be example damage. That's how we can verify. Why did it all of a sudden stop working? Yeah, my stick is still example damage. Okay. This says none. Okay. Good. Nice. Yep. These don't do that, though. I don't know what's going on with this spawn egg, but I'm pretty sure you are defined, right? You're not? Interesting. That's fine. I'm not super worried about that. But it works. Okay, good. Extends of this. But don't you then do this? Oh, if it doesn't have that, then does that. Interesting. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Where's my to-do.txt? All right, this is done. Move this up here. Armor effectiveness 100% per type unless defined. That's what we're on now. Okie doke. Do this thing. Okay. Where are my deprecated things? Shouldn't there be some stuff that are deprecated? Hey, yo. Oh, this is a deprecated thing. This thing's deprecated. So I no longer need it, right? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. I'm gonna look around for other deprecated stuff, though. I'm gonna delete this file when I have everything else working. Just to be safe. Just in case I need to refer to it. I'm looking around for other deprecated stuff that I can delete. Like this, because I know the font renderer works perfectly fine. So this I don't need anymore. Be gone. I'm gonna double check everything else while we're here. I'm pretty sure it's just those. Everything looks good. What are these? Oh. Yeah, it would make sense you'd isolate that. I feel like everything else is fine. It's all config stuff, so it's unlikely. Huh, let's see. Uh, yeah, delete that, like that. All right. Everything is good. Now, there is two other things I want to quickly check. Where is it? Shouldn't it be here? Oh, I guess the handler is already deleted. I guess I already did that. All right, that makes sense. But there is one handler that I definitely did not. This guy. Oh no, I did. Look at that. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So we bin knew that this needs to be deleted because it's deprecated, which is fine. And I have a warning about it, so. All right, now we got that. Um, armor effectiveness. Now, where the heck do I want to do this? Hmm. Probably put it, um, not here. Wherever the thing in Majigger is, the configurators for the armor distribution one. But, like, I need to connect that somehow. Wait, is that... Wait. Armor calculation type. Armor... I'm gonna put it in here. Why not? Put an enum in here. Armor... Parsing type? Yeah, armor parsing type. Because we have this armor calculation type, which, if it would load, we have this, which is good. And we have this armor parsing type, and this armor parsing type, there's going to be literal, and then there's going to be implied. Oh, this needs to be public, actually. Where's my tooltip thing for armor? Not my tooltip thing. My reader thingy. This thingy. Okay, so this parses the mapping using that. Now, can I actually add a new weight to this? Doesn't seem like it. I could inject additional config information. And that could work. It's a bit of a hack, but it's better than setting new weights. Actually, would it not be? It's probably better to do this. Okay, okie dokie. Okay, so because all of that is like packaged private, so my options are inject that additional config information or alter at the end. Probably alter at the end. In which case, this is going to be a function. No, it's a unary operator that works on I armor distributions. Eclipse, why are you having a stroke on me right now? Bro! Implement this, right? This apply, where we just return. Yeah, I thought about trying to make it a little more elegant, but no, this works fine. So literally do that, right? And then this one is going to do something different. This is going to do that, right? And now what it's going to do is we're going to iterate Yeah, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to for no. EDD registries dot damage types dot get all dot stream dot filter t dot get categories. Oh wait, no, this needs to be predicates dot not t dot get categories and Eclipse. You're betraying me, Eclipse. Come on, bruh. Bruh, I'm like cooking. Let me cook. Why is my... Bro, what the heck is going on? It's literally just Eclipse. It's not even like anything else. That's hilarious. Bro, Eclipse! Get your shit together! What are you doing? Like, no, actually, Eclipse, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. Oh my gosh, dude, it's not responding. Why are you not responding? You're literally just a text processor. What are you doing? Can you stop doing that? Thank you. Okay. Why are you doing it again? Just let me autocomplete. Bro! Oh my gosh! Hello? What the heck? Are, what are you possibly doing that's causing you to hang here? I'm restarting Eclipse. Get out of here. Go away. Yeah. Close. Close, bro. It won't even close. It's hilarious. They'll make me get task manager. I'll do it. Yes, dude, end it. Windows, destroy this thing. Get it out of my face. Thank you. That was the wrong thing? Fascinating. Everything seems mostly good. Will this bring up? I don't remember the hotkey for it. I would love to know what is eating up all my resources other than probably OBS. Please do not. Can you now open? There we go. Oh, now you're gonna load twice. Awesome, dude. Awesome. I'm not even doing anything that is that intensive. Bro. Dude, Eclipse literally can't right now. Bro. I don't want to be patient. Bro. Yes, end the process. Thank you. Oh my gosh, my computer. What is my computer hanging up on, bro? I swear I freaking opened it. OBS is only reporting that you're using 5% of my CPU. What happened to the rest of it? Alright, fine. Close this other Eclipse thing. Dude, I was cooking! I'm not allowed to have nice things. Yes, get it? Away. How does this thing not respond too? Bro! Yes, end this process as well. Holy shit. Why is my hardware active? Why is my hard disk activity light solidly on, bro? Dude, this is starting to annoy me. I have like nothing open. You're using less than 4% of my CPU. Bro, my computer is dying. Yeah. Thank you for the bits. I'm gonna cut to this. I don't know why the alerts didn't even show up. Wait, that's because this thing doesn't have alerts. Why not? Wait, it did before. What the heck is going on? That's crazy. I swore I had alerts enabled on this thing. No, 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 we're fine. No, no encoder issues, we're fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. My passive procced on my entire computer, dude. That's crazy. Okay, OBS is using the most CPU, followed by Firefox, but does not explain why everything is, like, terrible. What's using my disk? What are you? Why are you using 45% of my disk? Be gone. When will I get disk usage back? That would be cool. I guess that's just not allowed. Alright, well, look, can I can I start Eclipse now without having everything have a freaking stroke on me? Yeah, dude, look, it can. That's crazy. Huh, that's fascinating. That's fascinating, dude. And by fascinating, I mean I have like no idea why everything broke. But whatever. Dude, I pressed the freaking thing. Do this. Now, do that. That's because I need to spell it right. Damage types dot get all dot. No, dude. What's this? What's this T nonsense? I didn't tell you to do that. Stream dot filter predicates dot not um T dot get categories contains. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do, bro. Dot What am I thinking about doing here? Dot collect collectors dot to map. I probably still want a null map. A key mapper. Value mapper. This has this thing. Merge function. There should not be a merge. Okay, so this is going to be functions.identity. That goes to 1.0f. Maybe we don't use a collector. I don't like that, because I don't really need that. Well, actually, maybe I have ddd base map dot. Yeah, okay. This works. 0.0f for that. Value mapper is t to 1.0f. Oh wait, no, it needs to be okay because I can't rename that. That takes it to a base map, which is inherently a non-null map, which is what I want. Then, um, yeah, and then this is going to be a float, right? Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Now we have this. Now what I can do, okay, is I can take t dot get categories dot stream dot collect dot types of DD base map. This is going to have to be 0.0f, and then we're gonna do t get weight. I guess I can do this. Configure dot put all. That's a difference. We put the unconfigured in that. Does this return itself? No, it's void. That's what I thought. Okay. Which is why I have to do it this way anyway. T dot set new weights. I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be a base map, but it's better like this. Configured. And this is also void. And now I can return T. There we go. Okay, so now um whatever I want to do here. Yeah. And then what we do here, dist is this. Right, and then for now we just return dist, right? But now what I can do is I can then from the config take the thing that I need and then just like a bada boop, right? So in the resist category, we have some other stuff down here. Public armor parsing type. Oops. Armor parse rule. Type dot implied. This 4? Yeah, it's 4. Okay. Being consistent. Hmm. There's not three S's in implied armor effectiveness. So that's that, but these are all just toggles. There's no floats or anything here. Looks like. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can make it a float. What kind of... This is under config. At config dot... Take me to config. I want to see what the things are. That's lang key, which is probably useful. Range and range double. Sliding option. Okie doke. Let me make this a double. At range double. Min should be 0.0 F. Not 0.0 F. It seems to be 0.0. And I have to cast this to a float. I don't think I can use it outside. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to add that. I'm gonna double check though, but I'm pretty sure it's not possible. Yeah, it doesn't have. It does not have. Is this gonna matter? Because let's see, this it would read it and then set it. But at this point, it's already loaded the config. And it's already read the config. So, yeah, I can be like that. Just cast it to float from double. Okay. And then we have that. Alright, so now we got this. And now, when I go to this, I return modconfig dot resist dot armor parse rule dot apply to the distribution. Um, wait. That's the Tinker's category. I need the Conarm category. I want to add that extra information. Okay, we are doing stuff. Okay, so now if I go to the... I might have to load this twice, actually. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, build this now. It might take a while because it has to do all that stuff. Dude, did you know today is Friday? I just remembered. Where is, here we are. Okie doke. Instances go here. And then the mods folder. And then Thanos that one. This built successfully. Throw this in here. Now we launch the game. I'll need to like double launch probably. Because the default for it is going to be literal, where it reads the config as is. And then I will change it to implied, and then we'll check to see if it works. And if it works, then all I'm going to have to do is change the tooltip to be relative. Making decent time. Making decent time, actually. And there's a bunch of armor calculation verification nonsense to make sure it works. And the game crashed. Why'd the game crash? What'd I do? Oh. Okay, this time it was something that I did. But why? Exception in initializer error. Huh. So what did I break exactly? Line 95? Huh? Line 95. Yeah. I'm sure. Is it because of that? I don't, but see, the thing is that I do not wish to constantly have to cast this to float because it has to be a float, right? This collect has to be a float, but I do not want to constantly cast it. But it has to be a double for the config. Because in the resistance category, line 95, which means it has to be. It's not this thing. That doesn't make sense. The annotation wouldn't cause a problem. Neither would the comment. It's probably got to be talking about this. It's because these annotations are like, but wait, what the heck? Um, uh-huh. Because constantly casting it to float would be not the most efficient. There's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way. Maybe I'll put it here. What if we do that? Oh, wait, this can't be here. What if we put this here? And then we add a static initializer block, right? And then set implied effectiveness equal to this, right? Basically just put this here, and then get rid of this, and then this goes over here. We don't need the this anymore. Read access. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. Make it private static. I don't even care. Wait, and put this like this. I think this has to be protected actually for it to be protected. Yes. Maybe this will be a little bit better. I hope so. I really don't want to cast it to a float every time. That just seems like a really inefficient thing to do. I mean, it probably makes a difference of like, I don't know, probably a thousandth of a second at the end of the day. So if this still doesn't work, I will try just using it as is and casting it to float every time and see if that works. If that works, then it's something with what I'm doing here. If that doesn't work, then I messed something else. I messed something else up elsewhere. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, this thing, we get rid of this, right? Yes, dude, that's gone. Now this slides in here. Boom, right? Yep. Now, launch this. Don't give me an exception in initializer. It probably does, though, I feel like. I don't know why. It shouldn't. Well, it doesn't look like it did. Oh, it did. The exact same thing. Caused by a null pointer exception. Oh, wait. Exception initializer error caused by null pointer exception on line 37 because this is not populated yet. That's wild. Huh. I have a genius idea. I have a genius idea. Because this can be null, right? Like, we can actually... No, you can't set this to null. Right. Oh, I can set this to float.nan, right? Yes, set to float.nan. Okay, perfect. And now what I do is if it's float.nan, I feel like this is dumb. So if it's float.nan, then we'll cast it. If it's not, then we return it. This doesn't make sense. I feel like this is more expensive now of an operation to do. I'd like to just do it once. Is it gonna really matter? Like, I care about not having DDD, like, kind of do whatever it wants with, resources and whatever. But at the end of the day, this is only being done on startup, and we're just casting a float to a double. It can't be that expensive an operation. No, no, I don't want to know how to convert double to a float. I want to know how expensive is casting from doubles to float. Let's see. Like, it's not expensive, dude. It's not expensive. No one's gonna care. Get rid of this. Cast it. Implied armor effectiveness. Yep. It's not gonna be expensive. Like, no one's going to care. It'll add 1/1000th of a second on potato hardware. It's not noticeable. I guarantee you. We can actually even check this. We can check this. Now, granted, the default configs for DDD are not that large, but we can check this. We can actually, because I do have benchmarks. So we can check it, dude. That's actually crazy. Dude, benchmarks. Um, yeah. I guarantee you, it's not even gonna take like any longer. It really isn't. Um, what am I? Oh, right. Yes, yes, yes. It built. We do this. We delete this. We throw this over here. Bada boom. That copies, and then we do this. Okay, so it's currently not it's currently not doing it. It's currently set to literal, right? Because that's the default. We'll get a benchmark, and we'll see how long it takes. Registered the damage type. Okay. Registries. DDD configurations. Finished loading in 7.133 milliseconds. Okay? This is where we're at. I'm gonna put this one here. 7.133 ms. Right? I'm gonna load it twice. So that I can get a second benchmark. And then if those benchmarks are identical, I'm going to leave. If those benchmarks are different, I'll run it a third time and we'll kind of like average that. Okay, this one took a little bit longer. 11.51 milliseconds. Right? So let's run it one more time. I'm gonna wait for Minecraft to fully load, and then we're gonna do this. And then we're going to average it across the three. Now, we're talking, again, milliseconds. Thousandths of a second. These are measured in milliseconds. And this one was even better. This one was 5.853. Okay, so let's average that out. Right? I'm gonna just do it on my phone. Oh, open the calculator. 7.133 plus, what do we got? 11.51 plus 5.853. Divide that by 3. On average, we average 8.163. Oh, I can't do math. 8.1653. We have 3 significant digits, so I'm going to round that down to 8.165 milliseconds. All right, we average 8 milliseconds per load. All right, brilliant, brilliant. Now we go to the resist. Armor calculation rule implied armor effectiveness 1.0. All right. So this is literal. All right, and then this is going to be implied. And we're going to run it 3 times, and we're going to see. Is there a difference? And is that difference significant? I would say a significant difference in load time would be a 3 millisecond longer load time on average. I would call that significant. Not really significant enough where it honestly makes that much of a difference. Not that I would change any of my code, but just out of curiosity, I want to know. I would call a 3 millisecond increase significant. I don't know if statistically that counts as significant. Then again, we have a very small sample size. I'm kind of arbitrarily defining what I would call significant. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's check this now. I'm going to run it again. And this should be running with the implied armor parsing. Okay, so we got 7.032 milliseconds for our first load. Eight 8.103. Not 103 milliseconds. That's hilarious. So that's going to give us an average of 7.032 plus 8.103 plus, I already kind of know the result here, but just to kind of see it through. We average 6.644 or 645 for 3 significant digits. Milliseconds. Because this should be like 510. So it's actually, why I keep writing M2, MS? So it's actually, based off this trial run, it would imply, funnily enough, that using the implied armor parsing rule is on average faster, which makes no sense because it actually physically has to do more, right? This just calls and returns. This is actually doing stuff. But what this tells me, although this is a small sample size and I can't really get too much information from this, I'd probably have to run this like about 100 times each on each method in order to be able to tell for sure if it's if there is in fact a performance difference. But based off this small, very small sample, I could say that on average, it doesn't make a difference. These operations are so small compared to the other operations that are being done that they might as well not exist, meaning this cast is like it's a nothing burger. It's not expensive, which is good. I like to know that. Honestly, the most expensive thing that loads is the registry information. That's the most expensive at about 40 milliseconds. Still loads in under a second. In all, DDD kind of loads all of its stuff more or less in under a second or about a second. Now, granted, this is for all the defaults. If you add more, it should obviously take longer, but yeah, not gonna take that much longer. Oh wait, this is the wrong thing. Wait, what was this then? What do you mean the configuration's finished loading? DDD configurations finished loading in 4.799 milliseconds. Where is that coming from? It's coming from here, right? DDD configurations. Should time is default true. This is what's loading. Oh, this is just for... Oh, I see. This is just for setting all of this up. Because it just enqueues it. It's when we're actually reading it from the config loader. Where do you read config? Oh, it's a config reader. Yeah, okay. This. Okay, so the metrics I got are not interesting. I love having to reinstall Windows every few months. Wait, what? Why do you have to reinstall Windows every few months? Also, welcome to the stream. First off, let's make sure that this works. I'm not sure if it works, but we're gonna check. Oh, your master boot record got messed up? Wait, how? Why? Yes, dude, it works. Okay, there's normal effectiveness and unknown effectiveness listed there as well, but that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, and it has the custom example damage there as well. Okay, perfect. Microsoft's own utility fixing that just gave up and gave me an access denied. So the big question is, what messed up your MBR? Because this now has everything listed. Um, where are the armor resistances? Here they are. Let's remove the diamond leggings. Oh, if I know. Oh, well, it sounds like that could be a bit of an issue. Typically, your MBR is not supposed to get messed up every, couple months. It registers that, and then now it loads this, and the armor distributions load in like 18 milliseconds. It's like nothing. So now the diamond leggings shouldn't have anything because they aren't in the config, right? Yeah, they don't have anything listed here. Last time I had to reinstall everything was so fucked. Windows couldn't uninstall my programs, so at least I didn't have that much to set up this time. I mean, pour one out, dude. Like, oh my gosh. By and large, I don't think it matters that this does an unnecessary cast. I don't think this matters. So we're not gonna worry about that. That works. There's a couple things I want to do. I want to spent the whole day yesterday just trying to get a backup OS running just to find out that WinRE can't run jack shit. Oh no. Look, my Windows is not even a it's not even a like purchased version of Windows. So, you know, part of me has thought on multiple instances of just switching to Linux. But, you know, actually, nah, we don't need this. So what if you set it to like 80 or something? I mean, all right, we're gonna. Okay, where is the client now? Okay, so what we have is we have this done. Now we just want I just want to get this working, And then we just spend a whole bunch of time verifying that the armor calculation works correctly. Then we add armor toggle. And then we have it modify armor attribute, like item attributes instead of entity attributes. That should make it work with first aid. And then it's alpha time. Which, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so what am I doing? Take the right, we gotta dive into here. Armor distribution formatter. I think I can add another option here. Right, and then kind of change the way this works. And then we override this one, right? And then we're going to return super dot. Dude, stop. Enough with the typos, dude. Super dot format 1.0 f minus t. Hmm. All right, so now I have this, right? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. Um, where is what am I doing? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? New style that set color. Text formatting, that's what I need. We need regular red. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so now we have a color scheme. Okay, and now I need the same thing for mob resistances. As in 0% white otherwise, always use white. Okay. Uggy ducky. We have this. Now I need to Uh, pull it all together. Right, I also need this, right? I might have to change the way this works a little. I don't know. Where is this even used? Because it's globally. Oh, it's freaking lovely. And where are you? This. What are you even in? Fascinating. 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 Okay, so it's not so much that my tooltip code is bad, but it doesn't quite account for the kinds of changes that I need to make, which is just unfortunate. Let's actually set this back. Huh. I might have to do a bit of a think here. Because this is the problem, right? It's like this. This hmm. I wonder if I need to change some of this. Shouldn't this be t minus 1? This should be the other way around. Huh. I do not want to have to redo the entire tooltip system just to like kind of elegantly put this in. There's gotta be a better way. But this part of the tooltip system might need to be redone, which does affect a lot of other things, but hmm. Like, I don't know if I need this relative thing here. I might need to just have, like, different number formatter things. Or... I don't know how I want to do this. Like, this, I definitely want to have. A little color scheme thing where I specify the colors, and it just has, like, a threshold value and stuff like that. And then maybe I utilize this in certain places. Or maybe I have enums that use enums. I have like a tree of enums, right? So like this enum would be used in a color scheme system for like mob resistances and other thing, right? Or armor tooltips, right? And maybe shield effectiveness too. That's a tiny little spooter. That's interesting. Um, and then my brain, dude, my brain. Okay, so we have, and then there's like another enum that uses that, and then that's the enum that goes into the config to select different options. And then this enum is like a global enum of like all the possibilities that can be done, and there's another enum that like specifies the specific ones that can be used for like that specific config option. I like limits those options. And then we have that, and that's what gets used instead of having. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Instead of having these methods, and this, and this. I might actually. I need to like think about. I'm like, I'm concerned that I'm gonna have to rewrite a lot of the tooltip system, which I don't want to do. The reason why I made this tooltip system is so that it could be easy to maintain and it was broken down in a way that makes sense. So I don't want to have to rewrite a whole chunk of it, but to really effectively integrate this, I need to sort of split how it handles this, right? It needs to not be so global. It needs to be specific to the tooltip type. Because like, what if I want to show numbers on a weapon tooltip, but I want to show percentages on an armor tooltip? Right now, that's not an option. You have to choose percentages for everything or choose numbers for everything, right? And there could be some reasons to want to do one and the other, right? This especially depending on like the kind of person you are and how you want to see that information. So, like, there's definitely a lot of arguments for that, in which case, then, these can't be, like, global. And this enum, right? Because over wherever it is, in the mod config, right? Uh, right here. If it supports it, it sets it. Right, and then we have these booleans that like map to these things, which is really weird. I might want to deprecate these two, um, and then change the way that works. That's unfortunately kind of a large change, but it might be important. It'd make it better. I would split up basically some of these tooltip things into different things, but how do I split it up? Okay, so no really writing code right now. Right now, figure out how I want to do it. I have the infrastructure of like how it like divides the functionality and like kind of breaks apart the problem of the functionality into, different classes and stuff is definitely fine, but what even is this? No idea what this is doing. Um, okay, so we have this. Like, this is definitely fine. Actually, this might not even be needed either. Huh. Um, I just need to break this up to be per formatter, per tooltip thing, right? And then specify which ones the items can support or whatever. And I don't even need to have this part here because this is because I only do it if it can support it because this is like a global thing. But if it's no longer a global thing, I don't need to do that because I can have these like nested enum nonsense things to like do it all, right? Like basically I have this, right? Like this kind of stays the way it is. Um and then I have another enum, like let's say I have an enum for damage or like damage distribution, right? And then the damage distribution only has a plain and a percent. It doesn't have a relative one because a relative one doesn't make sense. So in that enum, I only define plain and percent, defining which one of these which of these enums it uses. It uses this one and this one, and then it can format that a little bit better. And then we just kind of build it up with like a bunch of enums because and then for something like the armor tooltip thing, the armor distribution formatter. Let's see, his is where it gets a number formatter and it formats that, right? So I might have to rethink a lot of the system. I don't like the idea of having to do that, but I might have to. Hmm. I'm gonna think about that. Is there anything else I can do right now? Armor toggle technically that exists, and then armor calculation verification and stuff. I want to have this relative tooltip. I want to do this relative tooltip first. All right, I'm gonna do what my brain does best, which is like sleep on it, basically. And I'm gonna end the stream a little, well, I guess a little early relative to how long I've been running streams previously, but yeah, definitely a big thonk is required for this. It is always brain heavy, but we're getting there. I just have to think about how I want to implement it in a nice way without having to completely rewrite the entire tooltip system. Because fundamentally, the tooltip system shouldn't need to change. Just need to add this extra functionality in a way that like works, which may require me to really dig in and understand how it works. But yeah. Anyway, I am going to get going and sleep on it. And then I will return Monday. I will return Monday with more Continuum, and then I will address this problem on Tuesday, basically. Assuming I don't do some work on it over the weekend, which I might. I'll have to see. But yes, thank you everyone for coming by and checking it out and just chilling with me. Very much appreciated. Appreciate all of you who just tune in. And